Hi there. Here at Animal Cooch, we wanted to share with you just some information about our Peter's banded skinks. We've done a couple of videos in the past, but we wanted to update you on some of our successes and some of the failings that we've had. So Joe was going to just update you on the two babies from last season.
Hi, so last year we, around this time, we found 6 eggs in the vivarium. 3 were non-viable from the start, 1 failed in incubation and 2 hatched successfully. They gained weight really well, they ate fantastically, and everything went really well with them. They stayed together, we kept them together. And then about a month to 6 weeks ago, one of them developed a sore or abscess on the side of its face. We tried to access a vet, there's a vet crisis here in Wales. And so appointments were quite a long way away, but within a week it died from us kind of discovering its issues to it just
It was really sad, it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
From them both growing really well, really good development and growth on them both, looking so healthy, to it dying.
Yeah, it was really shocking. We didn't anticipate it kind of going downhill that quickly. So that was really sad. And then of course we had one remaining skink who was by itself, and we decided to make the decision to move it from its own enclosure to with the adults. We had previously decided we wouldn't do that because there was the potential for it to be a future breeding group, as in that those skinks and potentially other skinks that we bred. And in theory, the breeding of captive bred is easier, so we hoped that would be the case. But obviously it was on its own, and being a communal species, it felt better to put it with the adults. So we moved it in with the adults. That went really well. There was no signs of aggression. They seemed to accept it. Everything was fine. But we've noticed that it's losing weight, and again quite rapidly. We assume it's because it's not quick enough to get access to food. So we've made the decision again tonight to remove it from the adults and put it back by itself.
Yeah, even though it had grown quite quickly and it was a decent size compared with the adults, taking it out and putting it by itself was definitely the right decision, hopefully. And we've given it mealworm now, and we've seen it drinking, so fingers crossed it'll boost back up and we'll be able to reintroduce it sometime in the future. I wanted to update you on some successes that we've had as well. We've had some fantastic success today, or great news today. Myself, when I was cleaning out or checking on the Peter's banded skinks, which I do a couple of times a week, I'll have a really good rummage through it all, just checking if there's any eggs there. And to be able to spot clean as well, I take them all out of the substrate and make sure that they're looking nice and healthy and no issues at all there either. So I did that, started at the cold end up to the hot end. Last year the eggs that we had were laid in the cool end. This year got to the hot end and I was like, is that an egg? It was. Looked across and there was another one that had already sifted up to the top of the sand. There was 5 of them, 5 eggs that we found there, and they looked fantastic, really good, fresh, healthy eggs. They clearly hadn't been there drying up for any length of time. So I had them all on the surface, the 5 eggs, turned around for literally 30 seconds just to grab a container to put the eggs in, and turned back and they'd moved. And there was only 4. No matter how much sifting through the sand I did, there were only 4 eggs there then. So clearly,
Tasty treat.
they like the taste of the eggs. One of them had clearly gone up, saw them sitting on the surface and had it. So yeah, like I said, we'll share our successes and our failures. But yeah, we had some great success tonight in finding that. So we did the same as last year. Got the the incubator set up at 30 degrees, which we did last year, and got the eggs onto a damp vermiculite within a container and got them in there straight away. So fingers crossed, in
About a month.
a month or so, we'll have 4, double our numbers we did from last year. That would be brilliant to be able to see that. And with us having more success like that, we're obviously doing something right. I encourage you to look back on videos that we've shared in the past on our temperatures, the setup we've got, the sexing of them that we do, the method we use, and on the babies. We candled them and things last year, and you can look back and see that with different photos and videos we've shared on various social media platforms.
I think it's probably good to interject. This is the second year they completely ignored a lay box.
Yeah.
So hopefully other people have success with the lay box, but
Yeah.
it's not.
I was just about to make one as well, to make sure that it was fine there with them, because we tried it, nothing, and they decided just to lay it in a completely different place within the vivarium from last year. So it doesn't really make much sense, but we're all learning with the species. And with saying that, with it being a new season, I wish everyone great success with breeding this species.
There's been a lot more success, I think, in the community from what I've heard this year, so that's fantastic. So hopefully exciting things to come.
Yeah, wish you all well.
Thanks. So the ducklings are